Sorry guys, I have my gloss on because I have a herpes building up.
Ashley Trevino does an interview with a Chisme page on TikTok, so I had to break down all of her lies. Hey everybody, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things internet drama, theme parks, and Ashley Trevino. And if you're a returning subscriber, make sure you click that notification bell so you never miss a video. In today's video, we're going to have a look at a few clips from a recent interview Ashley did with a Chisme page on TikTok. Now, there is a lot of speculation that this Chisme page is actually an Ashley supporter. And although I don't know if that's true or not, I do find that some of her questions are really interesting.
And then they always say, like, I try to talk like so many people. Like yesterday, I think they were saying I was trying to talk like Brienne. And I'm like, if I talk like Brienne, my voice would be really squeaky and annoying. Like, bro, I don't even talk that loud. Like, she can be on one side of the house and you can hear her from the very backyard or something. Like, it's just, I don't know. And then they always say I'm jealous of her. I'm jealous of her and Santos. No, baby, I'm not jealous of that. I don't want him. Like, I've already had my chance with him. And honestly, like I said, Uncle Fester is a really good guy. He's a really sweet person. And yeah, when he gets online, of course, you know, he tries to fit in with everybody, which is understandable because that's what they all do. But he's a really good guy. And he's honestly my protector. And he's always been my protector since I met him.
Your protector? Like in this clip?
My phone.
I don't know where your phone's at. Wherever you put it. Stop. Stop. Why did you do that?
That don't look like protection to me. Listen, I know everybody's situation is different, and I really don't like that Ashley's going with this storyline and this narrative. I don't like it at all because people really do live this life. They really are subject to that kind of treatment on a daily basis. And the fact that she's making it like part of her storyline for views is like sickening. And if you're such a bad bitch, why didn't you knock the shit out of him? It couldn't be me, girl. Like, if that meant no. Somebody lays a hand on me and we're going down to the ground. We're going down to the ground together. You might be bigger, stronger, and meaner than me. Well, nobody's meaner than me because I'm kind of mean. But we're going to fight it out, baby. You're not just going to swing on me and think I ain't going to do shit. Anyway, woosah moment. I really hate the fact that Ashley is like making this a part of her narrative. I think it's gross, disgusting. Something else that is gross and disgusting is Ashley Trevino's house. In this next clip, we're going to see what Ashley has to say about her nasty, gross house. I thought it was like a mansion, but I guess not.
I wanted to ask you too about the house that you had gotten. Is that still being renovated, or are you just like, I'm moving on to something else?
So it was still getting fixed, but I actually called quits on it just because I really didn't want to put no more money in it. It needed a lot of work, and I already have spent thousands of dollars. Like, literally, like, what I put down to fix that house, I could have put on a brand new home, and that was my mistake. And so all my stuff is literally at the house. Like, I mean, everything is still there. I have the key, everything. But I just gave up on that. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I don't know.
And just in case you're wondering what Ashley's $1.5 million house looks like that she doesn't want to fix up anymore, well, don't worry, because I found a clip.
I will eat noodles in my remodeled home. It's okay. I'll sit on my couch eating my noodles in my bed. Because you know what? That house didn't have a master bedroom with the restroom. I told them to make it for me.
Girl, I know Texas is expensive, but I live in Orlando. Florida is so expensive. Oh my gosh. I couldn't imagine. Like, my husband used to buy houses and flip them. You can't do stuff like that anymore. You can't buy houses and fix them up and flip them anymore unless you have like a company. And it like, houses are expensive. And if this lady thought anybody on the internet was going to believe that that rundown shack was $1.5 million, she's more delusional than I thought she was. In this next clip, we're going to find out how Ashley's doggies are doing, because we all know she's not taking care of them. Well, she doesn't even take care of her kids, so why would she take care of the dogs, right?
I mean, I still try to see them as much as I can. Now Lulu is a little butt though. She's mean. She's so mean, but she's getting potty trained. I'm so happy about that. Eviana helps out a lot with the dogs, so she's really pet friendly. Toby is Haley's, but Haley's kind of like, she's to herself. I mean, she's 16 years old. Yeah. I was a couch potato, whenever I was her age. So all she wants to do is just be on her phone and lay down. And, my daughter's like me, honestly. That's my baby. So
Ashley sits there and talks about those dogs getting potty trained. Like, she's taking them off to like one of those places that like trains your dogs and like gets them to like be potty trained and to sit when you say sit and all that shit. We know your mama's potty training them dogs. In this next clip, we're going to actually see the person that's interviewing Ashley. And I'm going to be honest, I don't remember her name. I think it's like Myra or something like that. That's not important. Who really cares? Because I, at this point, have started to realize that this interview potentially maybe is fake, that this person could potentially be a supporter of Ashley's, because let's be completely honest, if anybody was interviewing Ashley, they wouldn't be asking about her dog's potty training and her $1.5 million house and asking her all these stupid questions. We would be asking her, have her kids ever had beds? Why does she prioritize men over her daughters? Why does she think it's okay for her parents to raise her kids when she's out doing God knows what every weekend with barely legal guys? We would ask her why she continues to expose herself on the internet, even though we all are traumatized and none of us want to see that. We wouldn't be asking her these stupid surface level questions. So I'm starting to think all of this is fake. So I don't care who this girl is, because I don't want to give her a platform. And this next stupid question, this interview girl is asking Ashley about her friendship with Brienne Santos.
Said, like, I've put up with so much, and I've given these people plenty of chances to be true to me, and they still weren't. These last weeks, what they showed me that they're nothing but backstabbers, to be honest.
So, like I said, I've been following you for a while, and I know you said the same thing. I think you and Santos fell out again in January after San Antonio, which was one of the craziest weekends. I think that was like one of the weirdest weekends. I pride myself in being like well-versed in San Antonio lore. But I know around that time too is the same time, you fell out with Marco and Santos as well. So is this like for sure, like final straw, I am done with Santos?
So, me personally, I've been saying for the last week that I didn't want nothing to do with him. Mm-hmm. There's still something holding on, and I feel like, and this is what I tell people, if he was by himself, I would be able to work with him. But since he brings along, his little partner, she's the one that I really have a problem with.
And there's just something about the way that that girl is like nodding her head to Ashley in agreement as she's talking. It's giving fake. In this next clip, Ashley says that she would work with Santos again. Girl, like we all didn't already know that.
Been saying this entire time, because a lot of people are like, what do you think it's a skit? And I go, I think on maybe Brie and Santos, I think they realize that Ash is very reactive. So they're working to try to get reactions out of her, and then they're monetizing on it.
Fake interview. This is a fake interview. Why would nobody's going to ask Ashley about that? Nobody's going to care if Santos and Brie are monetizing their content at the expense of Ashley Trevino. Nobody really cares about that. That is a question that Ashley gave to that interview girl, in my opinion, along with all the other questions. Like, I get it. We all want to be entertained, but it's getting too fake. Like, watching Ashley and all of these skits, it's just getting way too fake. It's getting to the point where it's just not entertaining anymore. And I think Ashley's starting to understand that. And I think that's why allegedly Ashley gave this question to the interview person because she wants to sadfish people. She wants to get sympathy views, and she wants the people understand why she's the way she is. And guess what? It's her mommy's fault.
I always felt like I never had the love of a mom that a mom should give their daughter. And I feel like that kind of brings it to why, like, I am the way I am right now, and my kids are with my parents, because I feel like my mom never tucked me in at night. My mom never told me she loved me. My mom never was there for me like I needed her to be. I eloped at the age of 19. My parents were at work when I went to go get married to my first husband. And so I just wanted to get out their house so bad. But yeah, like, I've been through a lot. That's why I said, like, I can't sit here and, like, explain everything to you, but eventually it'll be out and everybody will see exactly what I've been through since day one.
Girl, if it's your mama's fault, like, why are your kids, like, still with her? Ashley, wait a minute. So you're saying, let me make sure I got this right. You're saying that your mom didn't treat you right. She didn't show you love. She didn't tuck you in, all of the stuff that you think a mom should do. And that's why your kids are with her. So why would you have your kids be with her if she's not, like, a good mom, or she wasn't a good mom to you? And you're obviously aware, you have self-awareness that these are things that affected you growing up, and you still consciously made the decision to send your kids to live with her so you could go talk to randos on TikTok live. Make it make sense. And this next clip, oh my God, these interview questions are so fake. Anyway, in this next clip, Ashley's explaining to all of her viewers that she does have custody of her kids, but they're just not with her right now because she's busy. Like, okay, I think Ashley gave these questions to this interview girl. I think that nothing's going to change my mind. I don't care, whatever. But, like, if you know that these are the questions allegedly, like, girl, you should have better answers than this, like, ready to go. Like, she's just making herself sound more dumb, more uneducated, more like a bad person, more like a bad mom, more like somebody that none of us should be sending money to. We shouldn't be, like, giving her views. We shouldn't be, like, we should all, like, appoint a president, like the president of the Say No to Nunu Council or some shit like that. And that president should be, like, the person that watches all the videos, watches her on Instagram, on Snapchat, on TikTok, or wherever she's able to go live on that week or that day or that hour or whatever, because she's always getting banned. And, like, that person should just send out that footage to everybody else. So that way Ashley only gets one view and one view only, because then maybe we'll get rid of her. So, like, who are we going to nominate? Who's going to be the president? Not me. Anyway, what am I talking about? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Basically, Ashley's just saying she's a great mom and blah, 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 blah. And everybody else is a shitty mom. You know, the same old bullshit.
Actually have custody of my kids. I don't have them right now because I'm doing other things, but I do have custody of them. And that's what they don't understand. They don't know how to be a parent, because I've raised my kids since they were born. My oldest, and I move out, she's not going to come. Only Evie is. And so, you know, people down talk me on that. But at the end of the day, it's where my kids are safe at, and where they feel safe is where they need to be. Right. And, you know, a lot of people on the internet say they care about my kids. They want the best for my kids. But do they really? Because I had a 9-to-5 job, and they got me fired from there. So do they really care about my kids? You know, that's what I wonder. And that's what I ask a lot of people. Y'all say y'all care about the kids. Y'all say y'all want the best for them. But putting them through CPS and then getting me fired from my office job, that doesn't benefit them.
In this next clip, the interview's over, so we get to see the real Ashley, kind of. Well, I think this is as true to Ashley's true character as we're ever going to get. I don't think she's, like, pretending right here. I think she's being truthful, and she's telling us that she's been done raised them kids.
Nobody, you finna be like my baby daddy, just so you know. Okay? Because you a nobody, babe. Yeah, like that hurts my feelings or something. Oh, forgot. Hold up, there's a tear coming down. The fuck? Don't bother me, none. I've been done taking care of them kids. I've been done take care of them kids. Ain't that how y'all talk?
Well, now that she's been done take care of them kids, Ashley's telling us how she's moving silently and she's going to be super successful. At what? Being a shitty person?
And I'm silently moving to show the world that I'm gonna have a good outcome pretty soon, and when I come back, that's when they're gonna be like, wow, you know. I know somebody called me an alcoholic earlier.
No,
I haven't even drank all day today. Like, I literally, you know, I've been like doing things that I needed to do. I wish I could do like a day in my life, but I'm like, should I really do that? Like, do I really owe that to them?
Ashley, just because you haven't drank all day today doesn't mean that you're not an alcoholic. The night is still young. I'm sure you threw a few back after this interview. What do you mean a day in your life, Ashley? We know what a day in your life looks like. Do you not realize that before you were getting banned every other day on TikTok Live, that you literally would sleep till like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, even when your kids were supposed to be at school? And then you would get up, you would eat like cheesecake and Dr. Pepper for breakfast. And then for lunch, you would eat like tacos, burgers, fries, hot Cheetos and bean dip, drink like 4 or 5 Dr. Peppers and Cokes in one sitting. Then you would get on live and do your nasty ass makeup with the same dirty ass sponge you've been using since 2024. And then when you're done with that, you just drink a bunch of those nasty ass green beers and talk to young boys on the internet. Girl, we know what a day in your life is like. We don't need that anymore. We're good. In this next clip, Ashley's telling us that she could have an FO page, but she doesn't because she doesn't want her little girls to see it. Like, wouldn't they have to buy a subscription? And don't they see you doing that shit every weekend on TikTok Live or Instagram Live or whatever the hell platform you're on that weekend?
I know Santos said he signed you to his agency. All of that was happening. And they were trying to push the...
You know, I could have like an FO, and I decided not to because they're going to see that. They're going to see the pictures. They're going to see the videos. They're going to... And I have 2 daughters, teenagers.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want them to be like, you know what, my mom's an embarrassment.
Well, that didn't last long because in this next clip, Ashley's telling us all how she made $1,200 for, well, being a 304.
Remember, I made $1,200 the other night by f***ing somebody. We get paid by every dude we remember that. Our pussy's our prize.
$1,200? Girl, you didn't get $1,200. I think you looked at that wrong. I think it was like $1.20. Like, girl, go check your Cash App or Venmo or PayPal or however they're paying you. Go check your change jar. I'm sure it's $1.20, not $1,200. A prized one, huh? Like, what kind of prize? Like a participation trophy kind of prize? Like when you go to the arcade and you turn in the tickets and you get like one of those slap bracelets, that kind of prize? What do you mean? Like, I have questions. And if you're grossed out by what you just saw, don't worry. You're going to be even more grossed out after you watch this clip. You're welcome.
I got me a girlfriend. Go subscribe to my OF, you guys. She's gonna be on it. But guys, I got me a hoe girl.
I'm not feeling too good. Give me a minute. I don't know. Like, I feel this need to ask you guys if you're okay. Are you feeling okay? How are we doing? How are we feeling emotionally? I feel like there's like some trauma that she just gave to us. Her tongue looked way wetter than it should. Ew. And what was it doing? And how does it I'm scared. And just in case you're wondering what kind of moves Ashley has and what she's going to do if you subscribe to her OF, well, she's going to make your bed rock.
I'm gonna make your bed rock. I'm gonna make your bed rock. I'm gonna make your bed rock. I'm gonna make your bed rock. I'm gonna make your bed rock. Not you with the little strobe line stuff. Bestest.
Did you feel it? Did you feel your bed rock? I know I felt something. What do you guys think about today's story? What do you think about the fake interview allegedly that Ashley did on TikTok Live? Do you think it's a fake interview, or do you believe that this interviewer was asking genuine questions that they were really wanting to know about? Do you think that people really care about Ashley Trevino's condemned house, her dogs, and what she really thinks about her mom, Brie, and all the other women in her life? Or do you think that this is just another scam, another way for Ashley to try to sadfish her audience and get more money on the internet? Make sure you let me know in the comments below. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you want to stay up to date on all things internet drama, theme parks, and Ashley Trevino's bedrock, make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time,